Oops. Hey guys, hope you guys are seeing what I'm playing game rather than taking sessions. Yes, you guys guessed right. We are going to see how to develop a game by using Python coding. So let's get started and see how to develop a snake game which we used to play in our olden school days in 90s and early 2000s, correct? In Nokia's 1100 phones, this was an awesome game at that time. Nowadays, this PUBG, GTA, and don't know what all games came, but this was an epic game. So we will be developing this game today with the help of Python. It will be an interesting session. So video will be going more than nearly it will take 1.5 hours to develop the entire game. So I will be splitting the video in 3 sessions. Please don't skip any of the topic or any of the logic in between, because every logic which I am going to build is very important. So let's get started. Okay, first we will be seeing what is this thing. What is that? Pygame.org. Go to this website, open the first URL. Sorry, I came to the wrong site. Docs. Yeah, this is the correct one. Go to this pygame.org/docs. Before starting gaming in Python, or before writing a code for developing a game, you need to understand each and every line, each and every reference, each and every command which is given in this, because this will be helping you, and will be much easier to understand the code which I used to write. And if you guys are even parallelly developing by seeing this video, it will be helpful for you. Here you have all useful stuff which you are going to do, like what how you need to interact with your what's that, how you need to interact with your keyboard, and if you do a mouse you move, what it will happen, what all keys you are going to work with, how to design a background of the game, how to invoke some audio or video in the game. Everything is given in this. Even I learned from this. Just go to this thing, this URL I will be giving in a description box. So just go through this document, then start doing. Okay, come on, let's go into our PyCharm. So today I'm going to develop in PyCharm because I'm not using Visual Studio. I don't know why. Just ignore that. Okay, I told you before going into game series, we need to go through this Pygame, correct? So for that, we will be importing the same Pygame package. First, import Pygame. If you are not have installed Pygame, what you need to do, go to terminal, click on pip install Pygame. So it's showing requirements already satisfied. So just now I have installed that thing, so that's why it's showing like Pygame is already installed in my machine. Okay, let's close this. We have imported Pygame. Now what we need to do, we need to what is that, we need to initiate our, what is that, main function in the Pygame. For initiating, we will be using a function x is equal to pygame dot init. So init is a main function of the for that of that module. We are going to initiate all the function from that module. Okay, so normally it's not in Pygame we will be having various commands and various modules, correct? So if we initiate the main function, it will be automatically, if we are calling that object down, so that function will be get activated. Okay, now we are going to set up see, if you see this thing I showed you, right? What is that? Snake game online. If you see this, when I click this play button, you're getting one interface like a square window or a canvas thing, correct? So we are going to build this canvas thing now. How we are going to build? We are going to build by use. First we'll be giving a variable like game canvas something. Game canvas equal to, we have this variable, right? Sorry, import string pygame dot display. So we need to set the mode, correct? Set underscore mode. We need to pass the dimension there. So what will be the dimension? Dimension as of now I am just giving 1000 cross some 500. Okay, first we'll run this and we'll check. Yep, we got this game window, but that game window is, as soon as it's coming, it's going. Just give me a second, guys. I'm getting a call. Oops, sorry guys. I got some call. Okay, so as you guys can see, when I run this, we are getting some canvas or some window, and it is getting closed. So now, if you see here, the command which we are getting, right, pygame window, it is coming. So what we need to do, we need, instead of giving pyname window, we will be giving some name for that, correct? That name will be given by using this same pygame, what is that, module. Okay, so what we will be giving, we will be giving the name. Okay, so pygame dot display dot set caption. Okay, that's why I told you before coming to this session, just go through all the commands available in that pygame .org/doc. Then only you will be know what are the functions you are having and where you can use that easily. Okay, so we will be giving set, and we will be what I'm giving like snake game. I'm just giving a snake game. Okay, so now we have given, okay, after this what I'm going to give two variables which will be um, game specific variables. See, for example, if game is getting start, if you see this thing, we are starting the game. I'm just playing it. What happened? We need to reload it. Yeah, I'm playing it again. If I am clicking this, when the snake is hitting the wall, or when the snake is hit by itself, we need to stop the game. That is game over. Or if you are done with playing, you need to stop the game. That is game over. Sorry, exit game. For that, we need to create two variables, right? Exit underscore game. I'm creating first. It is as both will be a boolean variable, and game over. Game underscore over is equal to false. Okay, now we have created two variables, one for exit game and one for this thing. What is that? Game over. Okay, so after creating these two variables, what we are going to do, we are going to create a while loop. And why we are using a loop? Because the game should not stop at starting. And if you see here, if I run this now, it will get started and it will end in a fraction of seconds. Let me run it. You can see, right, it's getting started and getting close. So it should not happen like that. What I will do, while exit game is not false, that is not of exit game, then what I'm going and just giving, as of now I'm just giving pass, and here we need to, we are terminating a game, right? Game dot quit, and we are calling the quit function. Okay, so function, that's I'm giving bracket. I'm running this. See, the window came. Now the window is not going. Why? Because the exit command is not yet called. So if you see here, I'm getting not responding. That means continuous for loop is going on. Okay. To avoid this continuous for loop, we need to handle by using a keyboard events. Correct, keyboard events in the sense, normally we have events in all the coding standards, right? So we will be handling those events by using pygame commands. Okay, so as of now I'm just going here and stopping the program. I'm just stopping it. Okay, so we'll remove this pass. Inside this thing we will be using our events of the pygame for event. So we are assigning one variable for object for event in pygame dot event. So that's why I told you before itself, make yourself comfortable in that pygame library, then only you will be not facing any difficulties while you are coming to this portion. Okay, so now we are getting all the events from this pygame event. So pygame.event is pygame is a library. From that we are getting event function. So by using this get command we are getting all that event and we are iterating through this event. Okay, in this event what we are going to check is, so we just consider I'm just printing that event, then you will be able to know what will be in that event. Okay, I'm just running it. You guys can see here, right? See, um, if you guys can see, I'm doing mouse move. Here you guys can see, right, all the activities, mouse move motion, what is the coordinates. If I'm clicking on Q button, you guys can see here, right, Q. Now I'm clicking down arrow, so coming key. I'm clicking up arrow, same Unicode value in the key. So all the things which you are doing externally by using hardware, which is keyboard or mouse, that will be recorded by this event. So again I'm going to here and stop this by using this what is this event activity. Now we have extracted all the events which we are doing by mouse and keyboard. So to play a game we need all the events need to be captured, right, to mouse and keyboard events. So that is happening now through this event function, event module. Okay, so now we are going to terminate or play a game. Correct, for playing a game as of now, let it remove this because it will consume more this GPU power. The game will be become slow. So now I'm putting a if condition. If this event is, sorry, event dot type, if event dot type is equals pygame dot quit. Quit will be coming, yeah, quit will be coming in caps because that is a syntax. Sorry, I forgot to give this colon. Then what we need to do, we need to make this exit game variable as true. Correct, exit game as true. Okay, we'll run this and we'll check. See, now we are not getting that not responding window. If this is I mean we are terminating. If you see here, let me minimize this. Event.type is equal to pygame.quit. So this is the pygame which is running by using compiler. If we are quitting this, this variable by default it will become true, and for the next iteration of this while loop you will be finding exit game is not boolean, sorry, not false. That means it will terminate the process here itself. See, I'm giving cancel, we got it, process finished. So this is how we are going to terminate this. And the next thing is we will be using up and down arrow keys to mm, monitor the event. Okay, for do that what we are going to do, if event dot type is equals same pg game, what is that, py game dot, so we will be using key down activities, right? So I will be using dot key down. Okay, if that key is down, that means, so I will tell you what this key down is. Normally when we are pressing some key, the key is going down, correct? So in this Pygame or normally a Python, what key down indicates is you are pressing some key. If you see in last dinosaur, Chrome dinosaur is there, right? When internet connection is not there, a game will be coming for dinosaur thing. If you see that video, there I told you, wherever we used to give press, we will be using this key down activity. Key down in the sense of pressing a key. The same thing comes here also. Now we need to press some keys to play the game, correct? So that's why if this event function, what is that, monitors any key is getting pressed, then what we need to do, after, first we need to identify whether key is getting pressed. If it is getting pressed, that key needs to be a game control key. Okay, so event dot type must be equal pygame dot key write. So I am giving key, right? So here you can see that all the keyboard key will be available. Space log, scroll log, 1, 2, 3, 4, alt, everything will be available by using this pygame activity. Okay, so just I am giving key right. So we need to move our snake right and left, na? That's why. Okay, now for demonstration purpose, I am so showing. I am just printing here. Sorry, P caps. Print. I will just print high. Okay, to explain you how it works. Right click, run. See here, this window came. I am pressing up arrow, nothing is happening. I am pressing down arrow, nothing is happening. I am pressing right arrow. I clicked on right arrow and I'm clicking close. When I click right arrow, right? Okay, it didn't capture. Why? Let me run it again. Think I haven't saved this. Okay, we'll see why it is not getting executed. If event of type.pygame is right. Mm, okay, we'll see this later. First, we'll complete this portion because we need to handle the key, right? Without handling, it will not work. For handling the key, what we need to do? I will show that. Now, what we need to do? Now we created an interface. See, when I will just keep a print statement because or else it will be throwing error. I will just keep hello. Okay, I will run this. You guys can see here, right? Now we are not getting any command here. So this, what is this? Mm, this window which is getting open, this this is completely black screen. So now we will be giving color to our snake and color to the food, or which normally in snake game, snake will be eating some food and it will be getting bigger and bigger. Once it hit to the wall or hit by itself, it will die, correct? So for that we will be giving color to the background. So first we'll declare the color here in the top of the screen. Okay, we will be giving it here. Okay, first we'll give, normally we will be giving white background because it will be easy to monitor. White is a variable, and normally color will be in RGB. RGB is red, green, blue. So if color is white, then RGB value will be 255, because RGB value starts from 0 and it will go till 255. Correct. That's why um, for white the RGB value will be 255 comma 255 comma 255. So this is the RGB value for white. Sorry, I didn't give space here. And for I'm giving a red for that food, and because this is R, this is G, and this is B, so R will be 255 and rest of the things will be 0, 0 and 0. Okay, so I need white for the background, red for the food, and snake will be in black color. So I will be giving black, and for black color everything will be in 0, correct? 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, so now we have declared the colors for that. Now I will be now what I'm doing, I'm passing the value here. I'm hard coding the value, right? So I'm changing the hard coding value here by using screen width. Sorry, screen spelling is wrong. No, it's correct only. Screen width is equal to just consider I am giving some 900, because if you see that window is getting very much big. Screen height is equal to some 650 or 600. I'm giving 600. No, let it be round figure, 600. Okay, here I will be excuse me, I will be passing the width and height. Okay, so now I have passed width and height here. After doing this thing, what I need to do is we need to update the details to the, because see, when as it is when I am running this, same thing, same black window will be coming. Why? Because if we are setting or we are passing any values, we need to update our frame. For update our frame or update our display, for that we need to use pygame.display dot update function. So it is a function, it will update the details to the frame. Now if I save this and run this, oops, again it didn't came. Oh, okay, correct, I didn't give this background color now. So for background color I will be giving it later. So now as of now, just I have given screen width here. For background color, what I need to do, I will be giving background color in this while, because for every screen we need that background color, correct? I will be giving here. So what is our game name? Game canvas, right? That window name dot fill with what color I am going to give. I created one variable, right? White. So I will be giving this white variable here. So after giving white variable, again we need to give py dot display dot update, because it needs to update the properties for every frame. So now I am running this. You guys can see that, right? Now we got the background as white. Okay. So I will be terminating this video here itself. We'll be continuing another video. What we have done is we have imported the Pygame, declared the colors, screen width and screen height. We created one canvas. After creating canvas, we iterated a loop to be the canvas for a long time. Then we gave a background color for the canvas. So in upcoming videos, what we will be seeing in next video, we will be creating a snake and we will be iterating the snake in the x and y axis coordinates. Okay. Hope you guys like this video. Just try to learn from this. Comment it, share it, subscribe it. Thank you.